Today marks the 16th anniversary of one of the most tragic and harrowing chapters in India's history, the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Divya, on 26 November 2008, a horrific terrorist attack unfolded in Mumbai. 10 armed militants from Lashkar-e-Toiba infiltrated the city via sea and carried out a series of coordinated attacks across multiple high-profile locations, including the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, Oberoi Hotel, CST Station, as well as Nariman House.
Over 160 people lost their lives that day on the 26th of 11 in 2008, well, including 26 foreign nationals, and more than 300 were wounded. The events unfolded over a 60-hour siege and that left the city shaken and the nation in grief. But it was also a day that showcased extraordinary acts of courage and resilience from Mumbai's police, security forces and citizens, many of whom put their own lives at risk to save the lives of others.
That's right, and as we remember the victims of the attacks, their families and the survivors, we also pay tribute to the countless acts of heroism and the resilience that followed the tragedy, Divya. And also, as far as criminal trial is concerned, we know for a fact that Kasab had been sentenced to death, but there are many more who are yet to be put under trial.
That's right. In the criminal trial, it's Tahavur Rana, a key conspirator of the 26/11 attacks, recently moved the U.S. Supreme Court to block his extradition. Earlier, lower courts in the United States had allowed his extradition to India. So after having lost his legal battle to all the lower courts now, he is knocking on the doors of the Supreme Court.
All right, let's go straight across to Anuj. Anuj, 16 years of 26/11. The scar, of course, still remains. Today, all the martyrs will be remembered in the city of Mumbai. But give us a sense of how things have changed, in the last 16 years when it comes to safety, security in the city of Mumbai, and the ways we have tackled global terrorism as we pay homage to all those who sacrificed their lives. And how well equipped are we as a nation today, as a city today, to tackle such attacks?
It's the 16th anniversary, as you rightly said, of the tragic incident, often referred to as 26/11 here in Mumbai. And although it's been 16 years, but you walk through the streets of especially South Mumbai region, and you see the scars of that attack, either in physical form or otherwise, still very much present, right? There are survivors who are, living in different parts of the city. They're going about their business, but then they are still in remembrance with all that they lost on 26/11 in 2008. I'm outside the Commissioner's office here in Mumbai at Crawford Market, and in a short while from now onwards, a program is going to start, and that is a memorial program to remember all the 20, 30 odd security personnel who lost their lives while defending the people here in Mumbai. Those 10 attackers who made their way through to the city killed as many as 170, at least 170 to 175 people here in Mumbai, and leaving many others injured. While talking about the safety measures, of course, we saw that legislative action was taken right after the attack, not just here in the city but across the country. We also saw the formation of an FBI-like investigative agency, National Investigative Agency here in India to combat terrorism. We also saw strengthening or changes in the UAPA acts as well. But when you talk about the general sense of security across the city, of course, people have after 2008, at least till 2013 or 14, the impact of it was very much was very much fresh. But we're seeing that in last 15 years or so, city has felt a little safe from what was the case earlier. And it is not just with regards to the vulnerability that it poses from the sea route, but also while traveling, in local trains, while traveling from one place to the other in the city. It's become more of a metropolis. Of course, it was one in 2008 as well, but it has developed even more now in 2024, making it more accessible to people from across the country and from across the world as well. Well, one positive thing that we see here is that even after a tragic incident of that sort in Mumbai, incoming of the foreign personnel, the incoming of foreign people for different reasons, for personal or professional reasons, has not stopped here in the city, and that speaks that speaks a lot. That speaks volumes about the kind of trust that they have in the local machinery here, as far as police and the governance is concerned.
Right. Thank you so much, Anush, for getting us all those details. And now let's just get our guest joining us at this point in time. In fact, we have with us one of our guests who's joining us at this point in time is Devika Natwarlal Rotawan joining us. She's a survivor of the attack that took place. Thank you so much for speaking with us on NDTV. When we talk about the horrors of the situation, that cannot be understated. While justice is awaited 16 years on, we're talking about Tahawoor Rana, who is known for playing quite a major role when it comes to those attacks. He is extraditable, but he still hasn't been extradited back to India in regard to the Mumbai terror attacks. Isn't it time that everyone should be brought to book, considering that the others have been brought to book, but this person has been doing the rounds as far as courts are concerned, and though he's lost his legal battle in lower courts, he's now knocking on the doors of the Supreme Court of the United States. Devika, आप अपना ordeal बताइए. Where were you at when this tragedy, this terror attack that took place in multiple locations of Mumbai?
26/11/2008 की रात में मेरे पापा, मेरे भाई और मैं, हम तीनों पुणे जाने के लिए सीएसटी गए थे. बांद्रा से सीएसटी गए. हम 12 टर्मिनल प्लेटफॉर्म के सामने बैठे थे. उतने में मेरा भाई बोला मुझे टॉयलेट आया. पापा ने बोला तो टॉयलेट जाके आ जा, फिर हम टिकट निकाल के जाएंगे. जैसे ही वो टॉयलेट को गया, अचानक से बॉम्ब स्पॉट हुआ और गोली फायरिंग होने लगती है. लोग भाग रहे थे. किसी के हाथ से खून निकल रहा था, किसी के पैर तो किसी के सर. कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि आखिर वहां सब क्या चल रहा है. तब मेरी उम्र 9 साल 11 महीने की थी. तभी मैं एक शख्स को देखती हूँ जिसके हाथ में बड़ी सी गन है और वो अंधाधुंध गोली फायरिंग कर रहा है. मैं क्वेश्चन मार्क थी कि आखिर ये सब क्या हो रहा है यहाँ. हम लोगों को गोली मार के इसे क्या मिल रहा है और ये कौन है और ये कहाँ से है, क्या है, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था. सिर्फ मैं क्वेश्चन मार्क थी. गोली लगने के बाद मैं बेहोश हो चुकी थी. वहां से मुझे सेंट जॉर्ज हॉस्पिटल लेके गए. सेंट जॉर्ज में काफी पेशेंट थे. वहां मेरा ऑपरेशन नहीं हुआ. वहां से मुझे जेजे हॉस्पिटल शिफ्ट किए गए. जेजे हॉस्पिटल करीबन मैं 1.5 महीना एडमिट रही. मेरा पैर का 6 ऑपरेशन किया गया. मेरे पैर से गोली निकाली गई. आज 16 साल हो गया है 26/11 को, बट आज भी ऐसा लगता नहीं है मुझे कि वो 16 साल मैं भुला पाई हूँ. इन 16 सालों में मैंने काफी कुछ फेस किया है और 26/11 की रात तो मैं कभी नहीं भुला पाऊंगी और ना ही मैं भुलाना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है अगर मैंने वो रात भुला दिया तो मैंने आतंकवाद को माफ कर दिया, जो कि मैं गलती से भी नहीं करना चाहती हूँ.
बिल्कुल आपका
देविका, ये जो तहावुर राना के एक्सट्रेडिशन के बारे में अगर बोलना है तो तहावुर राना एक्सट्रेडिशन के करीब है. क्या आपको लगता है इससे एक तरह के क्लोजर या राहत मिलेगी आपको? क्या आपको उम्मीद है कि न्याय मिलेगी वंस द एक्सट्रेडिशन हैपेंस, वंस ही इज ब्रॉट टू द सिटी ऑफ मुंबई? ये केस में बहुत साल लगे. आपको लगता है जस्टिस डिलेड इज जस्टिस डिनाइड? एंड इफ तहावुर राना जो इसके को कॉन्स्पिरेटर है, अगर इनको लाया जाए तो आपको लगता है एक तरह का क्लोजर आपको मिलेगा?
मैम मिलेगा. काफी चीजों को फर्क पड़ेगी. काफी इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगा हमारी इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को. तहावुर राना को लाना चाहिए और उसे सजा देनी चाहिए. सिर्फ ला के यहाँ रख कर नहीं, उसे पूरी सजा मिलनी चाहिए, क्योंकि 26/11 में उसका भी काफी हाथ है. तो ऐसे आतंकवादी को, जो भी आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा देता है और आतंकवाद पालता है, उन हर किसी को सजा मिलनी चाहिए. तब लगेगा कि इंसाफ पूरा मिला गया. वे सिर्फ कसाब को फांसी हुई है. जो मेन मास्टरमाइंड बेटा है, जो कसाब जैसे आतंकवाद को पाल रहा है, कसाब जैसे लोगों को बढ़ावा दे रहा है, तो वो लोग जब खत्म होगा तब लगेगा कि इंसाफ पूरा मिला है. अब तक पाकिस्तान में तो मास्टरमाइंड जिंदा घूम रहा है ना. उसे तो फांसी नहीं हुई है, उसे तो कोई सजा नहीं हुई है. क्या पता वो और आतंकवादी बना रहा हो और कसाब जैसे लोगों को बना रहा होगा, तो हम क्या करेंगे. मैं नहीं चाहती कहीं पर भी फिर से कोई 26/11 जैसे हमला हो. तो पूरा आतंकवाद खत्म होगा तब लगेगा कि इंसाफ हमें मिला गया है.
राइट
जी. ऑल्सो आपको क्या लगता है ऐसे अटैक्स प्रिवेंट करने के लिए स्टेप्स लिया गया है मुंबई में? आप उस दिन थे और आपने देखा, उसके बाद क्या हुआ? बहुत सारे स्टेप्स लिए गए, बहुत सारे मेजर्स लिए गए फॉर सेफ्टी एंड सिक्योरिटी, बट आपको लगता है नेशनल सिक्योरिटी और प्रिपेयर्डनेस के मामले में भारत आगे बढ़ा है आफ्टर 26/11?
भारत काफी तरीके से आगे बढ़ा है और मुझे लगता है कि 26/11 के टाइम पे भी जो भारत ने एक दूसरे को संभाल के लिया है, वो बहुत बड़ी बात थी। हमारे इंडियन पुलिस ऑफिसर, आर्मी ऑफिसर्स, जिन्होंने जिस तरीके से उस रात को, वो 3 दिन हमला चला हमारे देश में, उस हमले को जिस तरीके से संभाला है एनएसजी के कमांडो ने, तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। और इनफैक्ट अभी तो हमारे भारत के अंदर इतना खुन्नस भर चुका है आतंकवाद के खिलाफ, तो अब तो कोई भी आतंकवाद आ जाए हमारे भारत में तो उसको हम जाने नहीं देंगे। जैसे कसाब का हाल किया ना, उससे बुरा हाल उन लोगों का करेंगे।
Gee, thank you, Devika Rotwan, for talking to us. Of course, Devika is somebody who speaks to media every year, especially during the anniversary of Mumbai 26/11 attacks. Of course, scar remains. She suffered quite a bit post the attacks. But, you know, as far as the criminal trial is concerned, Divya, as we've been pointing out, extradition of Tahawur Rana remains, and if he is extradited and brought to Mumbai, you know, it will be a success as far as investigation agencies here are concerned in order to understand the entire conspiracy and perhaps to find out the role of Pakistan as well.
Let's just cut across to live visuals coming in on the day that marks 16 years of the 26/11 tragedy that unfolded in various parts of Mumbai, India's biggest terror attack, with India there paying a tribute to its Bravehearts, Maharashtra leaders there at that memorial. As you can see, live pictures coming in of the homage that is being paid to 166 people, including 6 Americans who were killed. 9 terrorists from Pakistan were also gunned down, and it is Pakistan terrorist Ajmal Kasab who was arrested. However, the question lies in regard to basically is Tahawur Rana, in fact, his extradition, this after he has lost the battle at all lower courts now. He is knocking on the doors of the Supreme Court in order not to be extradited back to India. So today marks 16 years of the tragedy that unfolded in various parts of Mumbai. You know, on the 26th of November 2008, that horrific terrorist attack unfolded in Mumbai. 10 armed militants from the Pakistan-based terrorist group infiltrated the city. They came via sea and carried out a series of coordinated attacks across multiple high-profile locations. We're talking about hotels which included the Taj Mahal, the Oberois, as well as the railway station and the Nariman Point. Over 160 lives, 166 to be precise, that were lost on this particular day, including 26 foreign nationals and more than 300 people who were injured in this terrorist attack that took place in Mumbai. The events unfolded over a 60-hour siege that left the city shaken and the nation in grief. But it is also a day that showcased the extraordinary acts of courage and the resilience from Mumbai's police, from Mumbai's security forces and the citizens, many of whom put their own lives at risk to save the lives of others. As we remember the victims of the attacks, their families and the survivors, we also pay a tribute to the countless acts of heroism and resilience that followed the tragedy. This at a time when the criminal trial of Tahawur Rana, a key conspirator of the attacks, recently moved the US Supreme Court to block the extradition. This after he had lost the legal battle to all lower courts in the United States. To remember that he plays a very significant role in the terror attacks of 2008.